Hey fam. Oh, look at our lights. Sparkling lights. Yeah, we'll go to the pool in a sec. Should we go now? Do you want to walk? How you going? Let's go. So, it's bloody hot here in Brisbane today. You can bring a ball, yeah, for sure. Let's go, honey. So, I've stopped wearing a bra. Here's what I've discovered. So, I've always kind of wanted to not wear a bra. Always, really found bras quite restricting and uncomfortable and preferred not to wear them. What's up? It's okay, it's a helicopter. I can't carry you, Bubba. I've got things in my hands. You can walk. So I've stopped wearing one, which is amazing. It's beautiful. But what I've actually come to realize in that process is that, I used to kind of see women who didn't wear bras and they would wear tops and you could visually, if they wore white or something, you could see a bit of nipple and stuff, and it used to make me feel incredibly insecure. Get on the footpath, here. Hi, I'm back. So I used to see women who didn't wear bras and it used to make me feel incredibly insecure. Is it hot? Come on, up. And I was always like, oh my God, she should have a bra on. Why hasn't she got a bra on? And it was always an insecurity thing, especially around if I was with someone. I would feel like, oh my God, my boyfriend's looking at her boobs or whatever. All these crazy fucking shit going through my head. Seriously, it was crazy. So what I've come to realize is that the resistance towards this was that essentially I was still seeing women's bodies as objects, as sexual objects. And this has only really come to light for me in the last little while. Can you walk now?
No.
Yeah, because I can't open the gate.
Yeah.
In the last little while since I've started doing this and noticing other women looking at my breasts and things, and I was just like, oh, why is that? What's going on here? And it just dropped in for me is that the reason that I used to feel insecure and jealous and be like, oh, she's got her boobs out or whatever, was because I saw her breasts as a sexual thing, as a part of her, it was an objectification thing. And since I've kind of realized that, it was just it was just like an epiphany. It kind of dropped in. I was like, holy shit. I didn't even realize that was what it was until now. Because now I'm just like, fuck that. I don't want to wear a bra. Hate wearing bras. Refuse to do it. But noticing how it's I'm noticing how other people, other women look at me, or if they're with their boyfriends, and I used to be stare at my boyfriend and be like, oh, is he gonna look at her? We'd see a woman coming towards who wasn't wearing a bra, and I'd be looking at him to see if he was going to be looking at her boobs because I was so insecure. And what's really beautiful is that my perception of women has shifted so much now to the point where I was the one that was objectifying women, and I think so many of us women do objectify other women. We sit there and go on about guys objectifying women, but at the same time we play a part in that. Anytime that you're kind of insecure or feeling jealous about in a physical sense towards a woman, with whether or not it's because especially if you're with someone in a partnership and you're worrying about them seeing them or whatever, it's this massive connection between her being a sexual object and him being sexually attracted to her, as opposed to her just being another beautiful being and him being allowed to appreciate beauty in another person without it meaning anything about wanting to fuck or her body being a sexual thing. So yeah, it's just been a really interesting journey, and I wanted to share it with you guys. A little interesting realization I wanted to share with you guys because it was so massive for me for such a long time. I felt so insecure around other women's bodies and that kind of thing. If a woman didn't have a bra on, I was just ugh, I hope my boyfriend doesn't see it. Just fucking crazy shit. And to really drop into that realization of that, it was because I was actually playing a part in the objectification, that I was seeing her as a sexual object for him to be attracted to. So now that I've shifted that, and that was threatening to me, and now that I've shifted that and stepping more into my feminine power and appreciating women for actual what's inside, and men for what's inside, that whole persona has shifted for me. And I'm not afraid to admit that that's what it was. Like, that's how it used to be for me. Like, but since that has shifted, I have deeper connections and deeper friendships with women. I don't give a fuck about nudity or boobs being out or anything like that, because I no longer put her in that box of a sexual object. She's just a beautiful feminine woman with a body, just like all of us. So that was my little share in regards to that. I just found it really interesting, and I don't know, it might land for you guys and resonate for you guys too, if there is that kind of insecurity that comes up for you, or because I also used to not wear a bra because I didn't want to offend other women, or like make something for men to look at, or have something, have it there, because I wear white without a bra on and you can see a little bit of nipple shadow, but I'm like, well, it's just a fucking breast, that's all. It's no longer got that attachment of that sexual object attached to it, so it doesn't have the energy behind it, that insecurity or that fear. And so much has shifted inside of me as well. So yes, my loves, if it resonates for you, please know that there's nothing wrong with you, it's all okay. But now that you have a new awareness, you get to shift that and step into more of that, releasing that objectification of woman and playing that part in that, because that's it all begins, and us women are actually probably a huge part of it, more than we actually realize. And I didn't even realize that was what it was for me. It was such a subconscious thing that I had no idea until it's just kind of landed, and I was like, fuck, oh my god, I've been objectifying women all this time. All right, my loves, mwah, love you all, hope you're having a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.